Okay. You see here exercise 7 in our Chaitanya material level 1. Okay, based on relative motion we have completed some problems yesterday. Okay, now today we have to do fifth problem. Fourth problem you do, so that can be done by you directly, so you do. Next, fifth problem. Two ships are 10 kilometers apart on a line running south to north. Here two ships are there on the line joining south and north. Of course this is east and west. Okay, so the one farther north moving with a velocity 40 km/h, the other ship is steaming towards north with the same speed. Okay, here the one farther north is streaming west. So here you see one body is here, there is a one body. The one farther north is streaming west at speed of, okay, one body travel towards west with a speed v1 is equal to 40 kmph. Okay, and the other ship is streaming towards north. So one more body, that means say v2, that is streaming towards north with the same speed, so 40. Now the time after which the two ships are at closest distance. Initially both ships are at a distance capital is equal to 10 kilometer is given. Initially both ships are at a distance of 10 kilometer. Both ships travel with the same speed, but one is towards west and another one is towards north. So whenever these two bodies are travel like this only, then they approaches, while they travel like this, they approaches like this, and after that they moving away. That's why in this case only they are approaching each other. Okay, so when they are approaching each other means they comes closer. Okay, then what is the shortest distance between the two? Suppose after t seconds this body travel a distance equal to v2t and reaches the point here. Then what is the remaining distance here? That is L minus v2t. No, in the same time this travel a distance equal to say v1t and reaches the point here. Then after t seconds the second body is here, first body is here. Then the distance between these two is say s. Okay, what is s value from the diagram? This distance is equal to v1t, this distance is L minus v2t. Then what about s? So s is equal to, or s square is equal to, according to Pythagoras principle, this square plus this square, no? So v1t whole square plus L minus v2t whole square. Okay, L is in 10 kilometer, v2 v1 is substituted in kilometer per hour only, then you will get time in hours. Okay, now shortest distance they asked, it is the general formula for distance between the two ships. Shortest distance means at what time the distance between these two ships is very smaller, that means smallest distance. So for that particular minimum distance between the two or closest approach of the two ships, that s remains constant at a one particular instant of time. After that the s value gradually increases. That's why at that particular time, as shortest distance is constant, then you differentiate this with respect to time. For s minimum or for shortest distance, ds square by dt is equal to 0, because s is constant. That's why when you differentiate s square with respect to time, that becomes 0. d by dt of s square means this one, v1 square t square plus here L minus v2t whole square. Okay, that is equal to 0. Now we differentiate them. v1 is constant, so v1 square into differentiation of t square with respect to time is 2t power 2 into t to the power of 2 minus 1 plus differentiation of this one, it is in root square. That's why first we have to do differentiation of this entire bracket term. As square is there, 2 into L minus v2t whole to power must be less by 1. Okay, into, now we have to differentiate the bracket term. So d by dt of L minus v2t, that is equal to 0. Okay, now we actually, the formula cannot be remembered after a long time. That's why based on the concept only, better to practice. Based on the concept only you do. Okay, Trinath, Trivid, you don't remember the formula because that is a lengthy formula. Is it V2 to V2L by something or V1L by something? We may get doubts. Okay, that's why you don't use that formula directly. If you use the formula directly, that is useful only for this week exam. If you follow the by following the concept, if you do the problem, that will retain in your mind forever. So that's why better to follow the concept only. Okay, right. So here 2v1 square t plus 2 into here L minus v2t only, no, L minus v2t plus here differentiation, tell me. L is constant, when you differentiate them 0, then 0 minus v2 is constant, differentiation of t is 1, so v2 is equal to 0. Okay, therefore 2v1 square sorry, here it is into, no, it is into this is into, no, multiplication is there, no, so into, so here minus term you will get, you write on other side, so minus 2 into L minus v2t into v2. Now you substitute the data here, 2 to cancel, then v1 square means v1 is equal to 40, so 40 square is equal to, when you have written on this side it becomes plus, no, because minus becomes plus. Okay, now L means 10 kilometer, as it is substituted in kilometer per hour, distance must be in kilometer, time must be in hour, so minus v2 means 40 kilometer per hour into time we had to find, into v2 means 40, so 40 here square cancel, therefore 40 is equal to 10 minus 40t, or t is equal to what is the value you will get? Minus we are getting now, no, not, I think somewhere we have mistaken. You see here differentiation of this one means 2v1 square in 2v1 square into t plus 2 into L minus v2t whole to the power of 2 minus 1 into d by dt of L minus v2t, that is equal to 0. Okay, 2v1 square t plus 2 into L minus v2t into minus v2. Okay, minus v2, that is equal to 0, or 2v1 square, here t is there, no, here t is there. Okay, now here t is there, no, so 2 to cancel, so v1 square means 40 square t is equal to L means 10 minus v2 means 40 into t into 40 square cancel, so 40t is equal to 10 minus 40t, or 80t is equal to 10, or t is equal to 1 by 8 hour, t is equal to 1 by 8 hour, that is answer is given in minutes. Okay, therefore t is equal to 1 by 8 into 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, no, into 60, so 7.5 minutes, no. So after what time the two ships start their motion, one is from this point, another one is from this point, the shortest distance is there between the two means after 7.5 minutes. In this way we had to do. I think when compared with theory, problem is easy, no, concept is same, but yesterday while doing the problem here we did lengthy problem. We felt the problem concept is lengthy, but now while doing, when you substitute the data, calculation becomes very easy, no. Okay, next, what is the shortest distance, they may ask. To obtain the shortest distance or minimum distance, then you substitute this t value in this equation, then you will get s value, that is the minimum value. So when t is equal to 7.5 minutes or 1 by 8 hour is substituted in equation 1, then s minimum is equal to question mark, you will get s minimum. Sometimes they may ask closest approach also. Closest approach means the shortest distance between the two ships, they may ask. Of course, in the next problem only that is a question. In the next problem only that is a question they asked. So if you do that problem, definitely you will get sixth problem. Yes, minimum they asked. Time is this only. After this much time, what is the minimum distance? Means from this formula, s square is equal to v1t. v1 means 40 kilometer per hour. So time must be in kilo hours only. That means 1/8 hour, no? 1/8. That's why into 1/8. In this formula. Whole square is there. Whole square. Plus L means 10 kilometer. Minus V2 40. Into T means 1/8. Whole square is there. Whole square. So S square is equal to, it is 8 5s are. 5 square means 25. Plus 10 minus here also 5 whole square. So 25 plus 25. Therefore, S is equal to 5 root 2, no? 5 root 2 kilometer. So that is the minimum distance between the two ships, or closest approach. 5 root 2 kilometer is the answer. Okay. Already it is there, no, in the video. Okay, I already am recording. Okay, I will send this video solution to you. Okay, Jashwant. Okay, okay. Which number? Problem number? Varshit Reddy, you mentioned the problem number. Okay, I will explain how we have to do the problem. I will explain. You do. Here, you see, all of you see, here Varshit Reddy asked one question. One body travel with a velocity v1 in this direction and then takes a turn through an angle 60 degree and it travel in this direction. Of course, these velocities may be equal in magnitude or different. Then what is the change in velocity, they asked. As initial velocity, final velocity, both are in different directions. To find the change in velocity, we have to write in vector form. I think I said already, delta v bar is equal to final velocity bar minus initial velocity bar. You write in vector form. You take this as x-axis, this as y-axis. You write these two velocities in vector form and you find the magnitude. Okay. Okay, now we can do, I think, Varshit Reddy. Okay, right now. Next, already in vectors I said. Okay, next, one more important problem, 7th one. Here you see the 7th problem. The distance between two moving particles at any time is a. If v be their relative velocity and v1, v2 be the components of v along and perpendicular to a, the time when they are closest to each other. Okay, you read the problem. Two ships are the distance between the two moving particles in any time is a. The distance between the two moving particles in any time is a. This is a. If v be their relative velocity and v1, v2 are the if v be their relative velocity and v1, v2 are the components of v along and perpendicular to a. Along a, the component of velocity is v1. Perpendicular to a, component of relative velocity perpendicular to a is v2. That means definitely relative velocity is in this direction. Here, relative velocity is given as v. Relative velocity is given as v. Okay, now the time when they are closest to each other. Okay, have you seen the question? Now look at the board, all of you. Okay, now you see here the distance between two bodies, at any time the distance between the two bodies is a, that is given. Then here the relative, if the v be the relative velocity of these two bodies and the component of relative velocity along the direction of a is v1, perpendicular to the direction of a is v2. That means the component of this relative velocity along this direction given. Suppose the angle made by this relative velocity with a is say alpha or theta, whatever may be, theta you take. As it is the relative velocity here, what is the closest approach they asked? Suppose it is the relative velocity of a with respect to b, say, that is in this direction. Then When you draw a perpendicular line from this point B onto this one, it is the shortest distance, no? It is the minimum distance, no? So what is that minimum distance they asked? What is the minimum distance they asked? You see, from this, answer is given in terms of V1, V2 like that. Okay, you see here, tan theta, how we can write? In this direction, velocity V2, in this direction, velocity V1. Okay, the resultant of these two is along this direction, which makes an angle theta. Then tan theta is equal to y component by x component. We can write now. When it is divided into two components like this, then this is V2 means this is V2, this is V1. Then tan theta is equal to V2 by V1. We can write now. V2 by V1. We can write. Okay, next, that is also equal to. Okay, this is equation 1. Next, you take sine theta because we need this distance. You take sine theta. Sine theta is equal to in this right angle triangle, opposite side means S minimum because we need S minimum by hypotenuse means A. So these are the two equations we got. These are the two equations we got. From this, you see, tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. Of course, square root of V1 square plus V2 square is equal to this only, no? V only, no? This is the information given. Okay, are you followed this one? Here V1 square plus V2 square is equal to V square. No. What is the magnitude of this one? Magnitude of this one is equal to, because component of this relative velocity along this direction is V1, along this direction is V2. The resultant of these two is this only, no? That means V is equal to, since V is equal to square root of V1 square plus V2 square. So here you see, in this formula, tan theta is equal to V2 by V1. So whatever this hypotenuse means square root of V1 square plus V2 square. That means V only, no? Now from this, how we can write sine theta? Sine theta is equal to, we got S minimum by A from this equation 2. From this, what is sine theta? Sine theta is equal to opposite V2 by hypotenuse means V. Now from this, S minimum is equal to how much? S minimum is equal to V2 by V into A we can write now. That means V2A by V. That is one of the answers. Answer is given in terms of V1. Answer is given in terms of V1. How we can write in terms of V1? Here they asked time taken. They asked the time taken when they are closest to each other. Okay, they asked time taken. We calculated the distance. It is say equation 3. They asked the time taken. Here, whenever the body travel with relative velocity v up to this point, then only distance between these two is minimum. That's why with this relative velocity to travel this much distance, what is the time taken? Time taken is equal to this distance. This distance is say some d. Okay, distance d by relative velocity v. What about d? What about d? From the diagram, how we can write d value? You take cos theta. Cos theta is equal to d by a. We can write now. In this right angle triangle, cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse means d by a. This is equal to d. Okay. Then you substitute d value. D is equal to, because a is given, that's why d is equal to a cos theta. Therefore, t is equal to d by v. That is equal to d means a cos theta by v. Or t is equal to a by v into, from this diagram, what about cos theta? Cos theta is equal to v1 by v, no? v1 by v. Therefore, time t is equal to a v1 by v square. It is the time taken to have the closest approach between the particles. It is the time taken to have the closest approach. What is the minimum distance means? This is the formula for minimum distance. What is the time taken to have this minimum distance between the two means? This is the time taken. Very, very important. Of course, they asked this only, not this one. Okay. Next. Next, you see, 8th problem. Next, you see the 8th problem. A boat crosses a river. All of you read the 8th problem. A boat crosses a river of width 200 meter in the shortest time and is found to experience a drift of 100 meter in reaching the opposite bank. The time taken now is t. If the same boat is to cross the river along the shortest path, time taken to cross will be dash. Okay. So, have you seen the question? Now look at the board. Now you see here, 8th problem. A boat crosses the river of width 200 meter in the shortest time. To cross the river, suppose the width of the river is say d. Width of the river is not given. Width of the river is given. That is equal to 200 meter. Okay. Here, the river velocity is Vr. One boat crosses the river in a shortest time. To cross the river along in a shortest time, along which direction the boat is to be rowed? To cross the river in a shortest time, along which direction the boat has to row? Normal to the direction of river flow. Very good. So normal to the direction of river flow. So velocity of the boat with respect to river must be in this direction, and velocity of the river is along this direction. The resultant velocity of these two is the velocity of the boat that travel in this direction and reaches the point here after time t. After time t1 is equal to t. Because in this case, time taken to cross the river in a shortest time is given as t. Okay. So the shortest time t1 is equal to t, which is equal to width of the river d by along the direction of width of the river. What is the velocity of the boat? VBR. That's why VBR. This is equation 1. Next, to cross the river in a shortest along the shortest path. To cross the river along the shortest path, boat has to row in this direction by making some angle theta with normal to the direction of the river flow. Okay. In this case, of course, width of the river does not alter. That is equal to 200 meter only. In this case, time taken t2 is equal to width of the river d by along this direction. What is the velocity? VBR cos theta we can write now, because along this direction, component of this velocity is VBR cos theta. That is the velocity of the boat in this direction. Okay, d by VBR cos theta. D by VBR means already t. That is equal to t by cos theta. T by cos theta. So what is the cos theta value? If you know the cos theta, then we can have the answer. So we have to find the cos theta value. Here, what is the condition given? VBR is known. Drift is given 100 meter. Sorry, in this case, drift is given as 100 meter here only. Drift is given as 100 meter. So in this case, drift x is equal to VR into t, no? VR into t. Because in this direction, because of river velocity, by the time taken by the boat to cross the river, through what distance the boat travel along the direction of river flow means VR into t. That VR into t is equal to x. That is given as 100 meter. But t is equal to d by VBR, no? That implies VR into t means d by VBR. D by VBR, or here VR is equal to, we can write, okay, VR by t into d by VBR. D by VBR. That is equal to 100. This is equation 2. It is equation 3. Now from this, how we can find theta value? We have to find. Okay. In this case, here it is the velocity of the river. It is the velocity of the boat with respect to river. It is equal to VB. Okay. Now, how we can have the cos theta value? Here we see VR into, of course, VR into t is equal to 100. Here only we can write VR into t is equal to 100 now. From this, then how we can write the cos theta here? Cos theta is equal to VB by, from the diagram you see, from the diagram, cos theta is equal to, here cos theta is equal to, adjacent means VB, by hypotenuse means VBR. Okay, how we can write VB? VB is equal to, how we can write this value? Square root of VBR square minus VR square we can write now. Square root of VBR square minus VR square we can write by VBR. VBR. That is equal to, you write 1 minus, when you write this VBR inside the root, then it becomes VBR square. Split them. VBR square by VBR square means 1. VR square by VBR square. We will get. So this is equal to square root of 1 minus. What about VR by VBR? What about VR by VBR? The distance we need. Okay. VR. VR can be written as 100 by T. VR can be written as 100 by T into 1 by VBR. How we can write VBR? Here, how we can write VBR? VBR is equal to here you see VBR is equal to D by T we can write now. D by T whole square. Okay, right. We will get. So square root of 100 minus 1 minus 100 by T into T square by D square. T square by D square. No, this is totally, no? Totally. VR means we have substituted 1 by T. Okay, totally like this you will get. Okay, now TT cancel here, TT cancel. So 100 by D means 200 whole square. Therefore, this is equal to square root of 1 minus 1 by 4, no? 1 minus 1 by 4. That is equal to root 3 by 2. Cos theta is equal to root 3 by 2. Cos theta is equal to root 3 by 2. So 2t by root 3. Okay, yeah. So from 3, t2 is equal to t by cos theta. T by cos theta means root 3 by 2. Therefore, t2 is equal to 2t by root 3. That is the answer. t2 is equal to 2t by root 3. Yeah, 2t by root 3. Answer is given in terms of small t. Answer is given in terms of small t. That's why we are trying like that. Tried like that. Okay. Cos theta equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. Okay. Varshit Reddy. Cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. You see, cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse VBR. VB by VBR. VB means from this right angle triangle, VB can be written as square root of VBR square minus VR square. No, I have written like that. Okay. Right. Next problem. You see next problem. Here answer is 2t by 3 for 8th problem. I think 9th problem you can do. 9th problem I think you can do. You see the 9th problem? You can do 9th problem. Okay, 10th problem we will do now. Okay, you see 9th problem also, because that is also important one. You see the 9th problem we will do now. Ninth problem. Already I said the concept also. The speed of water in a river is 4 km per hour, and the speed of the boat in still water is 8 km per hour. The speed of the water or river is 4 km per hour, 4 kmph. The speed of the boat in still water. Speed of the boat in still water means what you are given? Speed of the boat in still water means what you are given. Okay, I think you have seen the question, ninth problem. Okay, now you see the boat. Okay, here velocity of the river or velocity of the water in a river is equal to 4 km per hour is given. The speed of the boat in still water is given. What we are given? Speed of the boat in still water. I said speed of the boat in still water means that is the relative velocity of the boat. Very good. Relative velocity of the boat with respect to river. So velocity of the boat with respect to river is given. That is equal to 8 km per hour. 8 km per hour. If the same boat is used to travel a distance of 16 km in the river from A to B downstream and back to B to A, then total time taken. So in the river flow, suppose river is flowing like this. Here the boat has to travel from A to B and then back to. If the same boat is used to travel a distance of 16 km in the river from A to B downstream and back B to A. So to travel from A to B then back to A. To travel from A to B, it has to travel a distance equal to 8 km and back to A again 8 km. So total 16 meter distance, 16 km distance the boat has to travel. Okay. Now, what is the total time taken? Total time taken for this motion. This time is how much? Total time means you see, time taken to travel from A to B is T1. Time taken to travel from B to A is TAB and TBC. TBA. Time taken to travel from A to B means the boat travel from A to B along the direction of river flow. That's why it is downstream. So it is downstream. When it travels from B to A, the boat has to ride opposite to the direction of river flow. That's why the boat is to travel upstream. The boat has to travel upstream. Okay, now from A to B distance travel is a D. Then D by what is the velocity of the boat when it travels from A to B downstream? When it travels from A to B downstream, velocity of the boat is equal to VBR plus VR. No, already I said VBR plus VR plus. To travel back to A from B, again it has to travel the same distance D by. When it travel from B to A, it has to travel upstream. In such case, velocity of the boat is equal to VBR minus VR. No, already in your notes it is there. Okay, now we substitute the data. Here total distance is 16. That means 2D is equal to 16 given. Then D is equal to 8. No, that's why 8 by VBR plus VR. VBR plus VR means 12. The distance is substituted in kilometer. Velocity is also measured in kilometer per hour. So time you will get in hours. 8 by VBR minus VR means 8 minus 4. 4. 4 2s are. 4 3s are. 4 2s are. Therefore, 8 by 3 no. 8 by 3 will get no. The speed of the water in a river is 4 km per hour and the speed of the boat is given. If the same boat is used to travel a distance of 16 km in the river from A to B. Okay, sorry, it is given 16 directly. It is given 16. D is given 16. It has to travel 16 meter from A to B, then back to A. That means again back 16 meter. So 16. You substitute D is equal to 16. Therefore, 16 by VBR plus VR means 12 plus 16 by VBR minus V means 4. 4 4s are, 4 3s are, 4 4s are. Okay, that's why 16 by 3 hours. This is the total time taken by the boat to travel from A to B and then back to A. Okay, already this concept was explained. Now, another problem. 10th problem is important. 10th problem. You see the 10th problem? A man can swim with a certain speed in still water to cross the river to a point directly opposite to the starting point in a time t0. When the river flows, he crosses the river directly along the same path in a time t1. If d be the river width, then the velocity of the water current is dash. Okay, have you seen the question? Now look at the board. Okay, the speed of a man can swim with a certain speed in still water to cross the river to a point directly opposite to the starting point in a time t0. Here, whenever the man travel in a still water, when he travel from A to B along the shortest path, directly he can travel because there is no river flow. Initially, it is the still water. Initially, the water is still. That means there is no flow in the water. At the time, the velocity of the man with respect to river is equal to velocity of the man itself that travel in this direction and reaches the other bank exactly in a time t is equal to t1 second is given. Sorry, in a time t is equal to t0. So time taken by the man to reach this point is equal to t0. Width of the river is say d. Width of the river is d. Now you see, time taken t0 is equal to distance traveled by velocity of the man with respect to river, or d by velocity of the man in this case. Okay, now because in still water, velocity of the man with respect to river or velocity of the man both are same. That's why I have written velocity of the man with respect to river. Because velocity of the man with respect to river means what is the formula? Since VMR is equal to VM minus VR, river is at rest. That's why in this case, velocity of the man with respect to river or velocity of the man in this case is same. Velocity of the man with respect to river remains constant, but velocity of the man when you see from the ground, that is different in different cases. While travel the man along the shortest path, velocity of the man is different. While crosses the river in a shortest time, the velocity of the man is different. But velocity of the man with respect to river does not change with the time. Okay. Okay. So here T0 is equal to d by velocity of the man with respect to river is given like this. It is equation 1. Next, when the river flows, he crosses the river directly along the same path in a time t1. So when river flows with a velocity vr, in that case also the man travel from A to B along the same path. So whenever river flow, if river is not flown, velocity of the man with respect to river is along the same direction only and reaches exactly opposite bank. But whenever river flows, the man has to swim upstream with the same velocity VMR to cross the river along the shortest path with certain angle theta. Okay, in this case, time taken to cross the river is, T1. So here, in this case, he crosses the river in a time T1. Here you see, the component of this velocity in this direction is VMR cos theta. And velocity of the river is in this direction. Velocity of the man is in this direction. Velocity of the man with respect to river component VMR sin theta is in this direction. Okay. To cross the river along the shortest path, along this direction, net velocity of the man must be 0. Here, man experiences two velocities, VR in this direction and VMR sin theta in this direction. But resultant velocity in this direction must be 0. Then only man can cross the river along the shortest path. Okay, that's why VMR sin theta must be equal to VR. Then only net velocity along the direction of river flow becomes 0. Okay, now here we are given this one. This is say equation 2. Now time taken to cross the river along the shortest path is equal to T is equal to width of the river D by speed of the as width is in this direction, along this direction velocity is equal to VMR cos theta. That's why VMR cos theta you write VMR cos theta. Therefore T1 is equal to D by VMR means we can write D by T0 now. d by t naught into cos theta. How we can write cos theta? You see here, sin theta is equal to VR by VMR. Okay. Now cos theta means square root of 1 minus sin square theta. That means VR by VMR whole square. Therefore, T1 is equal to here d by VMR is equal to VMR. VMR is equal to, how we have written this one? You see here, dm by d by VMR. VMR is equal to, we can write d by T naught, no? Okay, d by T naught. Right. dd cancel. Now T naught goes to numerator. So T naught by square root of 1 minus, okay. How we can write VR by VMR? How we can write VR by VMR? Answer is given only in terms of T1, T naught and D. Okay, in terms of D given. How we can write? VMR can be written as D by T naught. We can substitute there. Okay. Okay, here you see. T1 is equal to velocity of the water current, they asked. Here we have to find velocity of the river. That is question mark. Okay, T1 is equal to, from this formula, T1 is equal to D by VMR. Okay, you keep VMR like this only. Into cos theta means root of 1 minus sin square theta. First you write like this. So D by VMR into root of 1 minus sin theta is equal to VR by VMR, no? Square is there. That's why VR square by VMR square. D by, okay, you multiply with this one. You write VMR inside the root, then square. Then you multiply them. Then VMR square minus VR square. That is equal to T1. Square on both sides. Then T1 square is equal to D square by root will be cancelled. VMR square minus VR square. Or VMR square minus VR square is equal to D square by T1 square, no? We need VR. So VR is equal to VR square is equal to VMR square minus D square by T1 square. That is equal to VMR means VMR is equal to D by T naught, no? Square is there. So D square by T naught square minus D square by T1 square. Then you take LCM. If you take LCM, then you will have T naught square, T1 square LCM. Then D square you take common. Then T1 square minus T naught square. You will get. It is VM. It is VR square is equal to. Therefore, VR square is equal to this one. Therefore, VR is equal to. Therefore, VR is equal to. VR square is equal to this one. Therefore, VR is equal to root of D square into T1 square minus T naught square whole by T naught square T1 square you will get. So VR is equal to, square will be cancelled. So D into root of T1 square minus T naught square by, you will get T naught T1. So D into square root of T1 square minus T naught square by T1 T naught. That is the answer. So this is the answer. Okay, okay. I will try to increase the font size. Okay, 11th problem, wind concept. Based on the wind concept, we are having problems in next week. Okay, next, level 2. In level 2, exercise 7, level 2, page number 92. Page number 92. Shall I read this one? Okay. Next, level 2 advanced basic problems. First one, in level 2, first one, 3 ships A, B, C, R is in motion. They are in motion. The motion of A as seen by, okay, you see the paper. You see the question here. You see level 2 advanced problem number 1. 3 ships A, B and C are in motion. The motion of A as seen by B is with speed V towards northeast. So northeast means we have to represent the directions north, south, east, west. Okay. So the motion of A as seen by B is equal to V towards northeast. So northeast means by making 45-degree angle. Velocity of A with respect to B, that is equal to V in this direction. The motion of B as seen by C is with speed V towards northwest. So in this direction. So velocity of B as seen by C, that is equal to V, northwest. Then as seen by B, as seen by A, C will moving. So velocity of C with respect to A. Then as seen by A, C will be moving towards which direction? Okay. Okay, all of you listen to me. Now you see, here as in the problem they mentioned the north, east, south, west direction, etc. I have represents the geographic directions, north, south, east and west. Okay, now in the problem, 3 ships ABC are there in motion. The motion of A as seen by B, that means motion of A as seen by B is V along northeastern east, that is given. That means motion of A with respect to B means velocity of A with respect to B, that is V. That is along northeast means exactly along the bisector of the northeast. That means by making 45-degree angle it lies. By making 45-degree angle it lies. Okay, so this is 45. This is 45. Okay, this is also 45. Next, velocity of B as seen from C, that is also equal to V. That is also along northwest direction, means by bisecting the northwest direction here, velocity of B with respect to C lies. So VAB is given, VAB is equal to V, VBC is also given, that is equal to V. Okay, now what is VCA? What is VCA? That is question mark. You see, velocity of A with respect to B is equal to velocity of A minus velocity of B. Okay, that is equal to, here VAB magnitude is given. VAB magnitude is given. So you write this in vector form. It is V cos 45 into I cap, V sin 45 into J cap. V cos 45 into I cap plus V sin 45 into J cap. Similarly, for other, of course, we need not write like this. We can write later. We can write. Okay, it is the velocity of A with respect to B means like that. Similarly, velocity of B with respect to C. Velocity of B with respect to C means VBC bar. That is equal to VB bar minus VC bar. Okay. Now they asked velocity of C with respect to A. That means only in between AC we need the relation. So you add them. Add these two. Then VAB bar plus VBC bar is equal to, when you add these two will be cancelled. Only VA minus VC you will get. VA minus VC you will get. It is velocity of A with respect to C. They asked velocity of C with respect to A. Therefore, velocity of C with respect to A bar is equal to velocity of C minus velocity of A. That means here we have to take the minus common, that's all. VC minus VA means you will get minus of VAB bar plus VBC bar. Okay, now we substitute. VC bar minus VA bar is equal to, or VCA bar is equal to, minus of, what is VAB bar? VAB magnitude is V. We have tried in vector form. So what is that value? Tell me. VAB in vector form means their x component is V cos 45, y component is V sin 45. That's why V cos 45 into I cap plus V sin 45 into J cap. This is VAB bar. Plus VBC bar means you write this value in vector form. The x component is V cos 45, y component is V sin 45 here also. That's why now x component is along negative x direction. That's why minus V cos 45 into I cap, and y component is along positive y direction only. So plus V sin 45 into J cap. As okay, this one. Therefore, this is equal to minus, in all terms we can take V sin 45 or V cos 45, both are same. That's why V by root 2 I cap plus V by root 2 J cap plus into minus V by root 2 I cap plus into plus V by root 2 into J cap. Here minus V by root 2 I cap, this V by root 2 I cap cancel. Then V by root 2 J cap plus V by root 2 J cap means 2V by root 2 J cap. So minus is there, minus 2V by root 2 J cap, or minus root 2V J cap. So velocity of C with respect to A is equal to minus root 2V J cap. Minus root 2V J cap means what is the direction of that VCA? What is the direction of VCA? Velocity of C with respect to A direction is what? Negative y-axis means in this direction, no? So south. So answer is only south. That's all. So therefore VCA is equal to root 2V towards the south. Towards south. This is the answer. Magnitude is this one, and it is towards south. But answer is given only, in answer only direction is mentioned. That's why it's south. So this is one important problem. It was also asked, I think, previously. Shall I raise this one? Yeah. Okay, next. Here, next 2, 3, 4 problems you do, because 2, 3 problems are concept already I said. That is the closest approach, that one you can do. 2, 3, 4 also you do. 5th problem I will explain. 5th problem I will explain. Okay, before 5th problem, I have to explain some, we have to do some problems based on the river umbrella concept. Okay, that's why I will do from 7th onwards, I will do. Tomorrow I will say 5th, if time permits, okay, 5th problem also I will say today only. Otherwise I will say tomorrow, because in assignment also that problem is there. Okay, so 7th problem, you don't do 5th problem, I will explain. That takes more time. That's why tomorrow I will explain. Page number 93. In 89, page number 89, 20 you are asking. Okay, 20th problems I will explain. Varshit Reddy. Okay, next 7th problem. In this exercise only, 7th problem. A man running on a horizontal road at 8 km/h finds that rain is falling vertically. Man, you see, listen the problem carefully. Okay, you see the problem. Okay, you see the problem. Okay, you see here, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, you can do those problems. Okay, you do. 2nd, 3rd, they are the closest approach. Those concepts, shortest distance are closest approach. So you can do. 3rd problem also same. 4th problem you can do. Already such models we have done. 5th problem I will explain. Okay, 5th and 6th I will explain. Next you see the 7th problem. Seventh problem. A man running on a horizontal road at a speed of 8 km per hour finds that rain is falling vertically. So man moving with a speed of velocity of man is equal to 8 km per hour. 8 km per hour finds that rain is falling vertically. That means velocity of the rain with respect to man is vertically. He increased the speed to 12 km per hour. Then find that the drops makes an angle 30 degree with vertical. Okay. Have you seen the question? Now look at the board. Now you see here the man is moving with a speed of 8 km per hour towards right, say. The rain appears to be falling vertically downwards, means that is the relative velocity of rain with respect to man, that is vertically downwards. Relative velocity of the rain with respect to man is downwards. In which case it is possible, in which case whenever the man is moving in this direction, in which case it is possible to have relative velocity of rain with respect to man vertically downwards. Suppose when the actual velocity of the rain is in this direction, then relative velocity of rain with respect to man is possible along vertical direction, because when he moved like this, then the rain appears to be makes an angle. Here the angle made by the rain appears to be makes an angle less than actual angle. That means definitely appears like this. Okay, whenever the speed of the man is increased to 12 km per hour, the rain whenever the speed increases, then the rain appears to fall in backward direction. That means in this direction. Actually, the rain is falling like this. When you move in forward direction, rain appears to fall in front of us now. So in first case, whenever the rain falling in this direction, the rain appears to be falling vertically. When speed further increases, then rain appears to fall backward with an angle 30 degree with vertical. That angle is given. It is the velocity of rain with respect to man in second case. It is the velocity of rain with respect to man in first case. Okay. But in this case, the speed of the man is 12 km per hour. The speed of the man is 12 km per hour. That means this total, actually in this direction, speed of the man is 12 km per hour. But to obtain the relative velocity of rain with respect to man dash, that is equal to VR bar minus VM bar. VM dash you say. Okay. So we have to add VR bar to plus minus VM bar. Plus minus VM bar means you take this as minus VM bar. Minus VM dash. Here actually this is equal to 8, we know, because this is VM only, no? VM is equal to 8. In order to have this value is totally 12. If it is 8, this must be 4. Okay. This value is equal to 4 km per hour. This value is 8 km per hour. So totally from this point to this point, VM dash is equal to 12, no? So in this way we can take. Now from this diagram, here what they asked, the speed of the rain they asked. Speed of the rain, VR is equal to question mark. Next, speed of the rain with respect to man, we have to find. So what is the speed of the rain now? What is the speed of the rain in this case? How we can find? I think VRM can be found now. VRM can be found. Here it is VM. VRM we can find. When you know VRM, VR can be calculated. How we can find VRM? From this right angle triangle, you take tan theta. That means tan 30. Tan 30 is equal to opposite, means this value is 4 by this adjacent means VRM. That implies VRM is equal to 4 by tan 30 means 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3. That is equal to 4 into root 3 now. So velocity of rain with respect to man is equal to 4 root 3 kilometer per hour. That means this value we know. This value they asked. This is equal to 8. Then what about VR? From VR is equal to square root of this square plus this square. That means VRM square. This is VRM plus this length is equal to VM. So VM square. Therefore, square root of VRM square means just we got 4 root 3. 4 root 3 whole square plus VM square means this is 8 square. Therefore, you simplify them, you will get 16 into 3. means 48. 48 into 64. 48 into 64. 112, no? So root 112. Root 112 kilometer per hour. This is the velocity of the rain. Already one of the options is root 112 kilometer per hour. So that is correct only. Next. What about VR? What about the relative velocity of rain with respect to, okay, relative velocity of rain with respect to man in first case, that is we got, but that answer is not there. But speed of the rain with respect to man, another answer is there. That means you find this value from this right angle triangle. You take sine 30. Okay. So just because of power interruption, we lost the video. I think now you will get. I think now we are getting. Okay, I think you are getting now. Right. Okay. Okay. You see, have you listened this problem? Have you listened this problem or not? Okay, right. You note this problem? It is one of the important problems. Okay. Next. In this eighth problem you do. You see, in this eighth problem, I think you can do. Ninth problem, I will explain. That's very, very important problem also. Okay. You see, I think eighth problem you can do. So you do that problem. Ninth problem I will explain. Shall I explain eighth problem or need not? Listen the read the problem. You read the problem there. Come on, hurry up. In 12th problem, I think there is some mistake. Okay, tomorrow I will clarify them. There is something wrong, I think. Tomorrow I will explain 12th problem. Rishidhar, okay. Right. Okay. Shall I explain eighth problem or no need? Shall I explain eighth problem or no need to explain? Right. Eighth problem, you see. Eighth problem. A swimmer crosses the flowing stream of width omega to and fro in time t1. A swimmer crosses a flowing stream of width omega to and fro in a time t1. The time taken to cover the same distance up and down streams is T2 is T2. If T3 is the time the swimmer would take to swim a distance of 2 omega in still water, then okay, all of you look at the board. Eighth problem. A swimmer crosses flowing stream of width omega to and fro in a time T1. Okay, here to travel from A to B and then back to B, back to A. Time taken. A swimmer crosses a flowing stream of width omega, width of the river D is equal to omega given. To travel to and fro like this, time taken is equal to T1 given. T1 is equal to, you see, what is the time taken by the man to travel from A to B? Time taken by the man to travel from A to B is equal to width of the river D by velocity in this direction. To travel along the same path, the man has to travel upstream with a velocity VMR, no? Velocity of the man with respect to river. So in this direction, what is the velocity? Velocity of the river is VR. Now what is this velocity? D by width of the river by velocity in this direction is equal to square root of VMR square minus VR square. No, here this is the time taken to cross the river in this path. Again back to the same path means again two times you take, that is T1. T1 is given. Time taken to cover the same distance up and down stream. Time taken to cover the same distance up and down stream. That means it is the first case. In the second case, in the river flow, the man has to travel A to B downstream and then B to A upstream through the same distance omega. Time taken is T2. This total time taken is equal to T2 given. In this T2, T2 is equal to time taken by the man to travel from A to B downstream is equal to width, distance traveled omega by speed. Whenever the man travel in this direction, velocity of the man with respect to river plus velocity of the river. Okay, this is this time. This time is equal to plus to travel from B to A, he has to travel the same distance omega, no? Omega by velocity of the man in this direction is equal to VMR. VMR in this direction, VR is in this direction because velocity of the river is towards right. That's why VMR minus VR. Okay, you take LCM. When you take LCM, omega you take common, you take LCM. VMR square minus VR square. Here it is VMR minus VR plus VMR plus VR. VR cancels, so 2 VMR. Therefore, 2 omega VMR by VMR square minus VR square is T2. That is another equation. It is equation 1. It is equation 2. Okay, now another one. If T3 is the time swimmer would take to swim a distance 2 omega in still water. In still water, time taken to travel a distance 2 omega is equal to distance traveled by in still water means velocity of the man with respect to river. Velocity of the man with respect to river in still water. Actually, velocity of the man with respect to river is equal to Vm bar minus Vr bar. In still water means Vr is equal to 0. That's why velocity of the man with respect to river is equal to velocity of the man only. Actually, here we have tried to 2 omega by velocity of the man in still water, which is equal to velocity of the man in river. That's why 2 omega by VMR. That is equation 3. Now we have to solve all this. Answer must, we have to obtain the only relation between volume is low. Now, okay. Okay. Right. So here only in terms of T1, T2, T3, we have to obtain they asked the relation among T1, T2, T3. T1 is this one, T2 is this one, T3 is this one. They asked to find the relation among T1, T2, T3. Okay, here you see T1 is equal to 2d by 2 means width of the river is equal to omega, no? That's for omega you write 2 omega by 2 omega by square root of VMR square minus VR square. Next, T2 is equal to 2 omega VMR by VMR square minus VR square. Next, T3 is equal to 2 omega by VMR. These are the three equations we got 1, 2, 3. From these three, we have to obtain only relation among them. Remaining are to be cancelled. You see, in this formula, from 2 or from 1, T1 square is equal to 4 omega square by VMR square minus VR square. We can write now. You square on both sides. Then T1 square is equal to 4 omega square by root will be cancelled. VMR square minus VR square. Okay, from this VMR square minus VR square is equal to 4 omega square by T1 square. We can write now. Okay, now you substitute this into. Therefore, from 2, T2 is equal to 2 omega into VMR by, what about this one? We can write 4 omega square by T1 square, no? This is equal to, here we see 2 2s are omega square cancel. Then remaining is VMR into T1 square by 2 into omega we have. Here 2 omega by VMR can be written as T3, no? 2 omega by VMR can be written as T3. That's why this is equal to 2 omega by VMR, you write T3. So T1 square by T3 is equal to T2. Implies T1 square is equal to T2 into T3. I think this is the relation. T1 square is equal to T2 into T3. This is the answer. Right. Have you noted? Okay, next. Ninth problem, last problem. It is very, very important problem. A man swimming downstream overcome a float at a point M. Here river is flowing towards right. Have you noted this one? Shall I raise? Okay, last problem. Ninth problem, very, very important. A man swimming downstream overcome a float. Okay, river is flowing in this direction with a velocity say VR. A man swimming downstream overcome a float at a point M. Here on the river, one float. On the river, one float. That means a body which is floating over the surface of the water. That can be called as the float. Okay. Here the float is at the point M. The float is at the point M. At the time when the float is at M, the man crosses the float and travel downstream. So man swimming downstream overcome a float when it lies at M and travel in this direction. After traveling a distance by the man in this direction, after traveling a distance capital D in this direction, then he turns back and passes the float at a distance D by 2 from the point M. So he turned back like this and he travel upstream, and when the person meets the float at a distance d by 2 from m, actually the float will move in this direction with the velocity equal to velocity of the river, no? Because float is floating over the surface of the water. With what velocity the water travels, with the same velocity float also travel in the direction of the river flow. That's why velocity of the float is equal to velocity of the river only. So by the time taken by the man to at the moment whenever he crosses the float, he traveled downstream like this from A to B, and then back to when the man come back to the point C. At the time he meets the float, because float is coming like this. The man is swimming downstream like this and back upstream, and while travel in upstream, exactly at the point whenever at a distance d by 2 from the m, the man meets the float. That means whenever the man come back to this one, at the time the float travel this much distance. Okay, now in a time t seconds, suppose time taken by the float to travel from this point to this point is a t, then time taken by man to travel from this point to this point is also equal to t. Okay, so in this time the distance traveled by the float is this one. In this time the distance traveled by the man is this one. Okay, now how we can write this? Time t is equal to, actually from this formula, time t is equal to distance traveled d by 2 by the float by velocity of the float, means that is equal to velocity of the river only. In case of man, how we can write the same time? Here in this time t, the time taken to travel from A to B is there, from B to C is also there. Okay, therefore d by 2 VR is equal to TAB. What is the time taken by man to travel from A to B downstream? Distance travel is equal to capital D by velocity of the man with respect in downstream. What is the velocity of the man? Velocity of the man in downstream is equal to velocity of the man with respect to river plus velocity of the river, plus upstream distance travel is equal to, this distance is d by 2, means the remaining distance is equal to d by 2 only, no? So d by 2 by velocity of the man when he travels upstream is equal to VMR minus VR. Already we know this formula. This is the case. Okay, therefore in all terms we can cancel d. Then 1 by 2 VR is equal to 1 by VMR plus VR plus 1 by 2 into VMR minus VR. We are having this relation. Now here they asked ratio of the speed of the swimmer with respect to still water to the speed of the river. Here they asked VMR, speed of this man with respect to river, speed of the swimmer with respect to river by speed of the river they asked. This is the question they asked. Okay, you take LCM. In that formula you take LCM. Okay, you take LCM. When you take LCM, what you will get? 1 by 2 VR is equal to, when you take LCM, 2 into VMR minus VR into VMR plus VR. Okay, as VMR plus VR is there, 2 into VM minus VR we have to write. Okay, plus here 2 into VMR minus VR is there. Okay, then VMR plus VMR plus VR we have to write. Okay, do cross multiplication. 2 into A minus B into A plus B. So VMR square minus VR square is equal to, when you do this one, 2VM plus VM, 3VM minus 2VR plus VR means minus VR. That's why 3, it is VMR, no? 3 VMR minus VR into, when you do cross multiplication, it becomes 2 into VR. Here 2 cancel. Therefore, VMR square minus VR square is equal to 3 VMR into VR minus VR square. Here this minus VR square cancel. 1 VMR square cancel. So VMR is equal to 3 into VR, no? Therefore, VMR by VR is equal to, VMR by VR is equal to 3, no? So this is the ratio between velocity of the man with respect to river to the velocity of the river. Okay. So in practice sheet, related problems you do. In practice sheet, page number okay. You see in practice sheet, you do the problem page number 113. You note this page number. In page number 113, practice sheet, page number 113, relative motion concept problems. You do 1 to 9, 1 to 8 you do. 1 to 8, you note down 1 to 8. Next 10, 1 to 8. CO2 8. Next 10, 11, 13, 14, 16, okay, 17, 18, 20. 17, 18, 19, 20. You do these problems. In level 2 already, in practice sheet level 2, 1, 2, 3 already I said. 1, 2 I said already. In concepts only it was completed. Okay, right. Okay, Nana. You do these problems today. If you are getting any doubt in this, you ask me in WhatsApp. Okay. Right, Nana. Have a nice day. I'm signing out. Okay, Nana. Thank you. Do you have a nice day?